Hey, welcome back everybody. If you're still with us in this journey, the last video I talked about moving from San Diego, California, moving the family and everything back here to Illinois, taking a job at a college as an interim server administrator, stepping myself down to a technician at a school district, and then ultimately interviewing for a network administrator position. That is not the right title for that position, by the way, and I'll get into that in a little bit. For a local company, going out and working on people's networks. Their main source of income and service was providing service, repairing copiers and printers and all that stuff. But they also had two people on staff. One was a technician fixing computer problems, like just desktop computers. People would bring in their malware-infested computers and laptops, and he would work on that, and he was Dell certified, etc. And then this other position was a network administrator position. Ultimately, it was a sysadmin position, but they just didn't have the title right. I would go out to people's businesses, fix their servers, their networks, workstations, all that stuff. In fact, the last thing I did at that place was for a lawyer's office. I was migrating a physical server, building out a brand new virtual environment, their first virtual environment they had. I was building out an ESXi host and moving that server over. This place, I did not have fun at this place. This is one of those jobs where they wanted you to time track every minute of your time. If it took me 3 minutes longer to get to, 3 miles down the road, they're going to question it. Why did it take you this long? What were you doing? I just have some trust in your people. And if you don't trust them, talk to them. If they don't fix themselves and you don't understand what the issue is, and just get rid of them. I mean, there's no point in time tracking. Just trust your people. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. Moving from that job to my next one, this was the most significant change, I think, overall in my whole career. And that's going from being this network administrator / sysadmin guy for companies to starting off as a technician for a hospital. My wife and I were sitting on the couch and I was complaining about my job, blah, blah, blah. I did that a lot back then and wish I didn't, but I did. And the wife was like, here, I'm looking, I see this hospital's looking for a technician. So she read the description to me and it just sounded out of reach for me. The way they had it worded was, it looked like they were looking for someone with a degree and all this other experience. And I'm like, there's no way in heck they're gonna hire me. Just skip it. And I don't know if it was the next day, maybe she talked me into it again. And finally I applied, maybe she filled it out for me. I don't remember, but thank God she did. She talked me into it because that changed the course of everything for the good. Filled out the app, I got a call, got an interview. I had, I think, 2 interviews. The first interview was with the director and also the supervisor. And then they brought me back to meet up to do a panel interview with, I don't know, it was like, I think 1 sysadmin and 2 technicians and help desk and somebody else on the other side of application team, I think it was. So basically it was a panel interview. Of course I was nervous and I just told them everything I did. At that time I was doing YouTube videos and I'm like, I put out a lot of YouTube videos. I try to help people. I have my own stuff in my basement that I try to build so I can learn, I can break stuff, yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, they hired me and I'm fortunate that they did. I felt at that point I was in the right role for my experience level and started as a technician. I worked there for almost 13 years. And since there's a lot there that's happened, I was a technician and I was in different roles and that led up to being a senior sysadmin by the time I left. We're gonna save that for the next video, so make sure you join me, guys.